that I let you go, and the hurt inside is oh so real. If I could do it again, oh I won't let this love never end. Just say you're sorry, and I know right there, 'cause I need you in my life once again. Missing you.
what it is, y'all. What it is, y'all. It's the universal question. We seek the answer.
Picture the world with me. This is what I see. Justice, equality, racial harmony. What can one person do? I'm one, you make two. I will stand with you. Together we are better. What is color? What is race? Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood bleeds red, my heart beats true. With so much love, my brother, for you. What is color? What is race? Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood bleeds red, poverty, ethnocultural harmony. I heard one person say, love will make the way for peace and equality. This encourages me. What is color? What is race? Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood beats red, my heart beats too. With so much love, my brother, for you. What is color? What is race? Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood beats red, my heart beats true. With so much love, my sister, for you.
Yo, we're thinking globally, we're acting locally. Want somebody, tell me what it is. Yo, practice like that does not bend, but if you bend your mind, you just might find a friend.
Find a friend. What is color? What is race? Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood beats red, my heart beats true. With so much love, my brother, for you. What is color? What is race? Sweet love. Would you like me better if we had the same face? My blood beats red, my heart beats true. With so much love, my sister, for you.
I believed in you. I thought you could do no wrong, until I saw one day that you were stringing me along, playing me for a fool. You used me once too much. I'm in so much pain. Here I am again. Trust is a hard thing to come by these days. You build me up to let me down, got me spinning around. I wish I knew where you were coming from. You told me you loved me. I thought I was your only one. Seems like I'm always going through changes, living in confusion, confusion, confusion. Seems like I'm always going through changes, living in confusion, confusion. Oh, oh. I had faith in you, just knew you wouldn't hurt me, but you played a game. You should be ashamed. And I let my guard down. I was so vulnerable. I hope you had your fun. Don't you know I was loyal to you? Truth is a hard thing to come by these days. You build me up to break me down, got me spinning around. I
so smooth about you, boy. Something so cool about you, boy. Something so smooth about you, boy. Something so cool about you, boy. Salt and pepper gold teeth, signs of your maturity. So grown and sexy, so blazing to my eye. Ooh, attractive, seductive, smooth eyes. You girls don't have to try. You got it all naturally inside. Your eyes, your smile, always drives me wild. You're just so smooth, and this is for the cool in you.
Something about you, boy, said I'm liking that.
spot right here on the GHP radio, and we're streaming live on YouTube. And you just got to hear some great music there. That was the sounds of Roberto Valli, and of course you heard some other great music too at the top of the hour, and of course some music there from James Cola. Also, you had Michonne Young, Tony Red, Errol Lee, and also Christian De Personas. But today we are excited about today's guest. We got a great guest today, and we have Milli Mill right here from Millhouse Entertainment on the show today. Welcome to the show today, Milli.
Hey, Milli.
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited to be here. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very honored. Thank you, Gary, Ray, Joyce, Griselda. You guys are awesome.
Oh, thank you.
It's been our pleasure.
We're very excited about having you on. Been looking forward to having you on for a while, but it's great to finally see you and kind of reunite with you, because it's been a while since we met. I remember the first time we met in Dallas. In fact, that time you were living out in the Dallas area at the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago, but not too long ago though, but it seems like a long time.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
So welcome to the show, and of course you have got to meet Joyce, Grizz, and you know Ray, of course.
Yeah. He's everybody's big brother, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, wonderful. Well, again, we're really happy about having you on the show. We know you got a lot of great things to talk about. Of course, we want to go into some of the your backstory, but before we do all of that, of course, let's talk a little bit about some of the things that you have going on right now, because I know you have a new podcast. I got to see one of the episodes. I'm looking forward to see some more. But tell us a little bit about the podcast show that you have going on right now.
Sure, Gary. Well, my podcast show is called Bring It in the House. That's our logo here behind me. It's just something I was kind of, I don't know, I would say spiritually led to do, because most of you know that I've been in broadcasting for, ever since my college days. It all started way back in 1987. The program director at a nearby campus station near the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, Mary Nell Howard, rest in peace. She was the first one to give me my internship and in radio, and then it just kind of took off from there. We go into all that about my name, how I got the name Milli Mills.
Yeah.
It was, long story short, I was while in college, I was taking a radio production class, and I was the only female in that class back then. Your broadcast was predominantly a male thing back then. So if you were a female trying to get into it, you were like, "Whoa, you're trying to be in the radio?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So the guys in the class started to tease me and say, "So you're going to be like the female Milli Mills, from the rappers from, he's from like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five." Yeah, so he's like, "So you're going to be the female version of him?" And I said, "If that's what you want to call it." So from there, it just took off. When I would see some of those guys around campus, they would say, "There she is, that's Milli Mill, that's little Milli Mill." Some of the females around the campus didn't quite know who Milli Mills was. They didn't understand what was going on. So they kind of put a sweet twist to it. They were saying Milli Mills. And I kind of liked the sound of that. So when I got my first opportunity to get into the that internship with Mary Nell, she asked me what would my alias name be on the air. And I said Milli Mills. And I've been using that name ever since. Now, when you go on social media, you see that name Milli Mills everywhere. A lot of, not just from me, I mean, there are a lot of rappers and different entertainers that use it. They may spell it a little differently than I spelled mine, but, it's a popular name. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So from there, I kind of got away from the radio scene for the last few, I guess maybe the last 8 to 9 years. when I met Ray, I was working in radio at ABC Radio Networks in Dallas. That's where I met him, and we were attending this radio
R&R
conference, R&R radio
R&R.
conference, for broadcasters, and so that's where I met him, and we've been friends ever since. And so, but after leaving ABC, which shut down in 2014, they closed their doors in Dallas for good. I kind of got over into the corporate side, working. I got licensed in insurance, working for State Farm and all these different insurance companies, and then later on got with the government. But I still have that love for entertainment. You know, I managed my daughter, Ramil. She was a recording artist. She started at the age of 15. And but now she's taken another career path. She's a licensed esthetician, and she has her own company here in Austin, Texas. But I've had several peers that I worked with in the Memphis, Tennessee market that have often reached out to me saying that, hey, you need to get back into the field of radio. I know you miss it. I know you do. And I say, yes, I do. I miss it, but it's just hard to get back in it after you get up, you know, I guess, go into another age category. And so some of them just kind of influenced me. Maybe you should consider a podcast show. So especially when one of my coworkers that I worked with former coworkers in Memphis, Tennessee, she's a sorority sister. What's up, Tina Tilton? If you're listening.
Oh, AKA.
Yes, so AKA Pledge Spring 87, UAPB. Are you a Sora, Joyce?
Yeah.
Ski to the way, sis. This is awesome.
Let me ask y'all a question. When y'all have your when y'all do your convention, can I be a Romeo? I need to be a Romeo.
I don't know if they still have those. Do they, Joyce?
I've never heard of them. No Romeo, no Casanova either.
Oh, Lord. Well, I remember when I was a Romeo, boy, I had a blast.
That's right.
I'm sure you did, Ray.
I did.
Yeah. I'm sorry, we just so rudely interrupted. I just got excited when I heard.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk further, Joyce. I'm so glad I know that you're so right.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
My
but
bad.
Tina, she's with a company called the Podcast Center, which is distributed through Comcast Cable, and she kind of pitched the whole idea to me. Maybe you should consider launching a podcast show. And this was like maybe back in June, so it all just came really fast. And I launched the first episode July 8th. It was with local rapper here in Austin,
Nice.
Black Light Hip Hop. He's really, really good. You guys should check out his page. Young man can really flow. He is awesome.
Cool.
His wife is his manager, Sasha. Hey, darling. They're such a beautiful couple, and I just wish them well. And my second episode was with a guy I went to college with. He is no stranger when it comes to performing. He is one of the best dancers of his generation. That's Mr. Donald Fryson, world dancer, choreographer, and R&B singer. Nice. And I got a chance to interview him last week. And then, like I mentioned earlier, we'll be interviewing Miss Natalie James next Saturday from Memphis. She is known as the Queen of Beale Street, so we look forward to speaking with her. So here we are. Now I'm on you guys' show, and hopefully we can help each other out. I can send some guests your way, and you guys can send some guests my way.
Absolutely.
Well, that definitely
Well,
works.
I see your image in the background, Millhouse Entertainment. When I see that, I can see it. There we go. So I'm thinking, what's all that encompass? I know you say you're back in radio. Do you represent artists? Are you a manager or agent or any of the plethora of things that we have in the music industry?
I did, Sarah, Joyce. I did do that for a while. Like I said, my daughter had launched her career, her first single at the age of 15, and I managed her until she turned 20, and then she walked away from it. I think that kind of took a lot out of me because I really, really wanted her to go all the way. We were so close. I felt like we were on the edge of, really getting her to that major level, but I don't know. She kind of lost interest in it, and I haven't really just managed anyone that seriously since that whole stretch with my daughter. But I do counsel people. Millhouse Entertainment is a nonprofit 501c3 nonprofit organization. So I do give free consultations. The first 30 minutes of the consultation is free. And then, there's a little nominal fee after that. But I do try to advise. If there's so many, especially the younger generation is trying to get into the field, and sometimes they just need a little direction, and I try to help jumpstart that career path. So yeah, I still try to help out. And we also give a scholarship every year to a graduating senior, who's deserving, who has that great GPA, at least a 3.0, and want to pursue a career in that area, in that field area. We give them a scholarship ranging from $500 to $1,000 every year. I want to say congratulations to Elijah Young of Marvel Elaine High School District this year. He was this year's recipient. It's called the Milli Mills Academic Scholarship. So just want to put that out there. Any other youth, it doesn't have to be from Marvel. It could be across the country. If you're interested in going in that career direction, we'll be glad to award you with a scholarship.
Oh, that's
Well,
awesome.
That's a music career, right? Is that a music career? Major in music?
Entertainment, just anything in entertainment, period. It could be music, it could be broadcast, acting, dancing, recording artists or audio engineering, anything related in that field, public relations, news anchor. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, Millie, you think I can get a scholarship?
Okay, Ray.
Oh.
Already well on your way with the career, so you're a little.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to
But
say.
you can donate to her fund. You can donate to that scholarship fund, right?
There you go, Joyce. Good. There you go.
Just like when I just met Millie, at R&R, we became great friends from, I guess, 2004,
Six,
round up, and been great friends ever since.
Yes.
And when she was in the Dallas area, she used to put on the
Art of the Arts youth seminars. That's it.
And things like that, to try to get these young people to come into the arts, if it's dance, being a musician, or radio or TV. And I would get up there and probably speak about radio, a little bit about the radio side, because I was doing that at the same time.
He did. Yeah, Ray was on our panel. He was a guest panel member. He's always been very supportive, and he has so much knowledge. He's always ready to give back to the youth. So, man.
Well, we do our best. But since I'm on this platform, I don't know. I'm something to say anything. I don't know. Just
true.
walk.
Just
having fun now.
Yeah, and that's good.
Yeah.
My first year in college was in radio and TV, and I wanted to be, now I'm showing my age, I said, I want to be like Barbara Wawa,
Yeah.
To be there. But I was thinking more TV, and I said, I'd love to do talk shows. I would see, this, but then I had the music thing that kept pulling me. And then my husband told me something recently. He said, actually years ago, he said, you can actually do both. And I've seen like Yolanda Adams, she has a radio show. Yeah. I don't know if she still does it or not, but I know she had one. And I think even Dave Koz did some radio. So I think when you're in the arts, you're just in the arts. That's why I like that your scholarship is broad. It's not just music, theater, engineering. And I love that about the arts. And I said, okay, I mean, I even thought, I don't know if it was my husband or somebody said, why don't you and your husband do a podcast? I was like, okay, I'm already hustling. I'm already in the grind in one area. But then recently, Michelle Obama started a podcast, and her first show, I understand, was with her husband, former President Barack Obama. So I said, okay, wouldn't it be nice if it were a couple, that they continued on as a couple? So and I'm saying all this to say I love what you're doing. But I think what people don't realize, you just don't say, I got a podcast and it's easy. It's still work.
So it's a lot of work to be done. You have to stay on your heels and stay in the now, stay in the present, stay relevant. I keep my phone next to me so I can get these topics as they come up. You know, I try to stay and see what's going on in the media as well. And
Let me ask you this, Mill.
Work that goes into it. You know
Let
what
me
I
ask you this, Mill. Are you
Okay,
still?
I'll go back
Are you
and-
writing your scripts?
I've written a script. You know, I do anime. I love animation. So I have an alternate, or what they say, and I was doing this way before Beyonce and my girl Nicki Minaj. But yeah, I do have the other side, the other person, you know, the other persona, you know. And when I saw Nicki Minaj bring that to the table, she's got all those voices. I was doing that. I just never made it to that scale. But I do love voiceovers, so I've written a little sketch. My alter ego is DJ Sally.
All right.
And,
Yeah.
So Sally, she has this really little voice, and it's really sweet, you know. That's gonna be my character when I get it all sketched out. I'm writing it now and
Great.
looking to pitch it. I just need to pitch it to Nick or Cartoon Network or one of those, or Disney. Hopefully one of them will pick up DJ Sally.
That'd be cool.
I
That would
think
be
so
cool.
too.
You know, it's a young man. It's a young man that we know. His name is Robert. How do you pronounce Robert's last name? That done the animation on us.
Oh,
Here.
you're talking about
Robert Valderrama.
yeah.
Boulder. Yeah, I can't even pronounce it. That's bad. But anyway, maybe we can hook him up with you and everything because he done animation on us.
Really?
Yes, he did. And I'll give you the information. It's on my website
Okay.
and everything, and let you see it.
Cool. And I published a book in 2012, and Ray, of course, came to my. Didn't you come to my book release
Yes,
party?
I did.
Yeah, Ray. He's always so
Here you go,
supportive.
Chris. He won't come to mine.
Yeah, and
Put
so
you on blast every time, Matt.
Do it every time.
Every time.
Never went and showed up to any of David's shows, even though he invited him, and on air he was like, "Oh, I promise I'll be there."
Well, I
Didn't
get
show up.
sometimes I get so lazy and don't want to do anything. Just get
That's
lazy.
important to you. That's all. That's all.
You know, since I'm over in Fort Worth, then I have to drive all the way over to
No,
Dallas.
Chris just said it was online. It was live streaming, and you.
Oh, I missed that one, George, but I caught the first one.
Oh, you saw the replay.
Well, I saw the replay in the backyard. I definitely saw that. But I was there for the first one, though.
You were there live?
Yes, I was there.
Oh, you were? Okay, you didn't make no comments.
Well, you know how I am. I don't even make comments in the chat room. I
Only
wouldn't speak
because he
mine.
hates to type.
You-
I hate the type.
But anyway, I would for people who are interested in podcasts, could you give us an idea how much work is involved? I mean, you can have an idea and a concept. What's the drill? What do you go to a streaming service, or because I see podcasts on iTunes that you can go and or even on Spotify that you can replay.
it's so many ways to get started today. I just think it's all about timing. That's my perspective. Timing is everything. Like I said, when you're lining up in that, like they said, the universe, everything, those stars line up the right way. It's kind of like I kind of just walked into it because I'd heard of the Apple, where you can get in with Apple podcast and all these different ways, Spotify. And I didn't really do a whole lot of research. Like I said, when our sorority sister, Tina Tilton, when she came to me with the whole idea, she already had it packaged. The only thing I had to do was receive her contract agreement. Yeah. So it was already a package deal. And then I just, signed on the dotted line, and I already had my idea together.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've been playing with the idea off and on, but I just never did go forward with it. So when she came to me, I took that as a green light. And then I told her, that yes, it's a yes. And then the next day we just started emailing each other back and forth. She sent me the contract. I sent her the information. She told me that I'd have to be responsible for my own guests. And I told her, I said, I already have people in mind. It was just like that. Everything just started clicking. So I would say to people who are trying to get into it, I would say, maybe they'll reach out to me if you want to, and I can direct you to Tina, and then Tina can tell you more about it. Definitely, you can inbox me. My Facebook page, I believe it's www.facebook.com/Mildred.Bats, or you can go to my Milli Mills Diva page on Facebook, or Instagram, Milli Mills 47. Either one of those, you can DM me, and I'll try to get that information from the podcast center over to you, over to the whoever's interested.
Now I know you have. You explained earlier that you had a couple of musicians. What topics are you going to be addressing with them, or will it always be musicians?
It's various. So Bring It in the House is a 30-minute talk entertainment show that highlights musicians, entertainers, artists, and leaders. So it won't always be musicians, but just people who are really making a big difference in the community. Like previously, we spoke with the rapper, and then we spoke with a choreographer, R&B singer, and then we have a blues singer coming up. Now, down the line, I'll be speaking with a young lady who she's out of Atlanta, and she's been battling sickle cell, and she's launched a huge foundation that's going over very well. So I will, we will put the spotlight on her for all her great efforts.
Wow.
Her name is Tanisha Hall. So we will speak with her. She's very active in the church, the Dream Center, where Bishop William Murphy, who was my former pastor in Atlanta. So she's well connected with all of them. So she'll be touching on all those subjects. But we will have a variety of guests on the show. We want to reach as many people across the globe as possible, and just give back and just try to raise awareness. That's what it's all about, touching lives.
Absolutely.
I just can't wait to come on.
Did you just invite himself?
Like I said, his ego knows no bounds.
Oh.
My gosh.
If I don't have my cell phone to bag nobody else with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ray. You have our permission.
So,
I can't reach you.
yeah.
I would do it if I could reach you.
Now, Millie, you also have a book that you wrote too. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, it's titled On the Air with Milli Mills, The Triumphs of a Radio Diva, as I had mentioned earlier. And I want to take it to a stage play and hopefully a movie one day. So that's a script that I'm working on. Yeah, I would love to do it. It's just like the autobiography of my whole career, those 25 to 30 years that I spent in the industry, and really met with a lot of cool people. My first big interview in radio was R. Kelly, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yes.
How cool.
R. Kelly. Yeah, K97, Memphis, Tennessee. I was nervous because, at that time he was just becoming a real big thing. And so I was a little nervous. He didn't know it though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
His well.
Huh? I'm sorry.
I said, you know how to do it, Sarah. You know how to.
Well, thank you.
Well, see, that kind of takes me. I wanted to kind of go back a little bit as far as your career before you got directly into the radio thing. I mean, I know you said you went to school and everything, and so was your main focus or goal was to be in radio at that time?
Not exactly, because I remember saying as a kid, I was like 7th grade, telling the class, you know, on the second day of class, teachers used to have you stand up and tell your name and what you want to be when you grow up. And I never forget, I was 7th grade, and everybody was saying stuff like, oh, when I grow up, I'm gonna be a teacher or a doctor or a lawyer. And I was feeling weird because I was like, I don't want to be any of those things.
Yeah.
So I was bold enough to say the truth. I stood up, I said, my name is Mildred Gilliam and I want to be a star. And the whole class just lost it. They went crazy. They just like, what? They just laughed at me. They say, you're from Marble, Arkansas. You can't be a star. How can you be a star? And, you know, I always kind of had a vision. I guess you could say I'm a visionary. I said, well, I don't have to stay here. I can always leave Marvel, you know? And so, yeah, I wanted to be the actress and all that stuff. That's how it really started out. But I heard so many stories about the couch experience, about if females want to get into the business, you got to sleep, you know, you got to get on that couch, that industry couch.
Yeah.
And the men too, but anyway.
yeah, that kind of scared me. You know, I said, well, no, I don't want to go out like that, you know. So I told my mom, I said, well, I'm going to go to college and I'm going to major in something that's close, you know, very closely related to the entertainment field, in which at that time I thought broadcasting, that has to be it, you know. I thought I was going to go into, like you said, news anchor, or, you know, be some kind of, you know, I guess a reporter. But I got my first shot at my first internship was in TV, and I just didn't really like it because the stories, the local news, they always had negative stories. Somebody was getting killed or shot.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, okay,
Always
I
make
can't.
the headlines, yeah.
Yeah, and I saw how they did it. They, you know, and that's just a part of what they do. But they compete for stories, and I just, that wasn't my forte. But my second semester as a junior in college, I got a chance to do the radio internship, and that's when I said, okay, I'm home. I said it like Ray. I said, this is it. I'm home.
Yeah,
I love
That's it.
Yeah, and I never looked back. I just went full force. I had to give a shout out to Mr. Raymond Sims in West Helena, Arkansas, Delta Force 3. I don't know if you guys are listening, but he was the second person to their whole family just embraced me after my internship, after I finished college and everything. They gave me my full-time radio gig at Delta Force 3. Yeah, so, and then from there was Memphis, and then from Memphis to Dallas. So I really thank everybody who helped pave that way for me during those early times, because coming from a little small town, it wasn't easy.
Oh, I can imagine.
We can understand that one.
And also, I got to watch just a little bit, not a whole lot, of the video about your career. And I didn't know that you were a singer and dancer and actress as well. So you did that before you went to college or during college?
That was after. Well, I did a little bit of dancing in college because I was in that theater department, you know, so we did plays on campus and stuff like that. But it was mostly after college. I got an agent. My first talent agent was Joe Wagner, Memphis, Tennessee. They had an agency called Colors Talent Agency, and I got a chance to be on the set with Tom Cruise and just a lot of big names. So it was really great, and I did that. I was with them for 10 years. The whole 10 years that I lived in Memphis, Joe was good. They were good about getting me roles and voiceovers, all that kind of stuff. And then I had a hip hop dance group. We were called Suavacious. Yeah. So we opened up for major acts when they came to town, when they didn't bring their whole entourage to the city. If they needed some backup dancers, we would assist in that area. So we got a chance to dance behind R. Kelly, After 7, Chucky Booker was some of the.
Yes.
Very cool. Yeah.
Wow.
So
with that group,
extra.
Huh?
So you was an extra on the firm, huh?
Yeah, on the firm. Sure. Yeah,
You know, I was there when they filmed the firm in
You
Memphis.
were there, Ray?
Yes, I was there in
Ray
Memphis.
is everywhere.
yeah,
I was there.
it's everywhere. Oh, what I was going to ask you, Millie, when you said that you were part of a dance group, a hip hop group, were you the choreographer for that group?
Yeah, well, it was two of us that mainly choreographed, but and one of the dancers left, so then I kind of mainly helped. Yeah. But my main role was booking. Since I worked, at the radio station K97, I always kind of had the ear of when groups were coming to town, so I could let, and that's how we got those opportunities. A lot of them was through those connections in radio. So it was really good. It was fun until I learned that my mom was battling breast cancer, and when I found that out, everything came to a halt.
Yeah.
I had to go. I wanted to be there for my mom and assist her. So I thought the girls would go on without me, but they slowly the group kind of dissolved after that, But I didn't want to stand in their way. I just know I needed to be there for my mom because she's awesome. She's always there for me. So, yeah.
And what's the name of the small town that you said was a small town in Arkansas where you grew up?
Yeah, Marvel, Arkansas.
Where is Marvel?
Yeah. It's about an hour and 30 minutes from Memphis, Tennessee. They call it the Delta, something like that. In that area, it's northeast Arkansas area.
Okay. Yeah. My sister lives in Arkansas, and I was near Little Rock. That's my town. Okay. I've been in Arkansas all my life.
Wow. Small world.
Yeah, it's a small world because my mom's sister married a guy that lived in Arkansas, so we were always going there.
Wow, that's amazing.
And then my mom was there, so. Great state, though. Some really great people came out of Arkansas.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. I hear that. Great state, the natural state. Yeah. It's a pretty cool place, I would have to say. So
man, it's all right. It's all right.
Can you translate that?
Better not let too many people hear you say that from Arkansas.
No, I got family in Arkansas, around Fayetteville. He was a professor at one of the colleges up there in Fayetteville.
Oh, okay.
And I got family there. That's where my family come from. My grandfather came from out of Conway, Arkansas. So I just say it's all right.
It's all right.
But really, I want to go back to something on the TV. So you really didn't like that, huh?
My internship as a news anchor or reporter. Right. No, that wasn't my forte back then. It just wasn't. I was too young to understand it, but it didn't do anything for me.
Well, if you'd have got back up in the control room or something like that, running.
Maybe so. If I got into master control.
That. Yeah, because see, I've done that in Mississippi, with the Fox Network, and I tell you, only thing I hated was that with Andy Griffith's on it.
Matlock?
Whoa, I hated that.
I hated that. What did he say?
Man, my phone's going.
He couldn't having to hear the theme song constantly on his last nerve, basically.
Yeah. I know. I was in master control there, and like I said, in Oklahoma, I had my own little show. I've done all the filming and editing. I thought it was. I loved it.
Yeah, and I probably would have liked that part of it, but at the time, it was all about that being up front. I just didn't like it. I was really shy back then. And I guess I'm still kind of shy.
Well, I can't tell it.
You can't tell?
I didn't know you were shy.
I'm a little shy.
Well,
yeah. Bashful, maybe I should say that. Yeah.
I don't feel bad. I don't like to speak around a bunch of people. This here, shoot, I can do this all day long.
Right. It's a different thing. Yeah, it's different. Yeah. Yeah, because people would say that to me, well, if you're shy, how are you in radio? But most people in the entertainment field that I've learned, Michael Jackson was shy, and he was one of the best dancers of all times. Janet is Prince. Mm-hmm. They all were shy, you know?
Yeah.
So
once they get in their element, then it's like they don't see him yet. Once they get in the zone.
Yeah.
It's all over but the shouting then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand that. So
Yeah.
They were some of the best entertainers out there. I mean, I've seen Janet's show live, and
it's amazing.
10, 15 years ago, oh my God. It's amazing how these women like her and Beyonce can dance and sing. How do y'all do that? And it's live?
Yeah. They
know,
work out. That's what I try to do. I try to run, even though you can't tell, but I'm still heavy. But I do up to 2 miles a day, and I practice running and singing and talking. So, just to keep my cardio and to keep my endurance going.
Sure.
I try to do that.
It's amazing you said that, because I read that Beyonce's father had her training as a young child with the intent of singing and dancing. So she was trained that way. And you can tell by her voice. Her voice is powerful in all ranges. And then she can sing it and do some really, so she was trained. So that's a good point that when we watch her and we watch people like her, we're like, oh my God, how do you do that? Well, they've been training. So
they've been trained to do that.
A lot of people don't see that. They you don't really think, especially the ones that doesn't do that type of thing. And so they just got that mentality thinking, oh yeah, they just get on the stage every night and just sing and do their thing and everything, but they don't know that behind the scenes, they're working hard, trying to keep
really
things
hard
going. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Well, child, you finna get a good workout with this new podcast. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. I've already got my feet wet a little bit, And then you have so many people coming to you once they find out about it. You get a lot of DMs. People like, hey, how can I be on the show? How can I be on the show? So it's a lot. It keeps you busy. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to hire an assistant. I've been kind of doing the last two on my own. But shout out to Sasha again, because that's the rapper's wife. She's always good about helping me set up for the shows. And she's good about,
You need to bring her in and help you with the show, besides just setting up.
I know she's really busy. I don't want to bother her too much, but I may have to hire her. Sasha, if you're listening, I'm gonna have to get you some kind of budget on the side.
And what's her full name?
Sasha DeVore.
She's in the chat room.
She is. What's up, Sasha?
So is Blacklight.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, Blacklight. I mean, they're like my children. I really love them. They have a heart now, a special place in my heart right there. Because from the time we met, we hit it off. They're very determined, and they're very hardworking in the industry. So I just wish them all the best. I really do.
I know that's right. I want to give one shout out to Amy, which is my uncle's wife, Leonard Harrison, up in Baltimore. So I'm giving him a shout out because he's on the show now, listening to us.
Oh, cool.
He loves it.
That's
Since
amazing.
last week. Yes, he loves it.
All right.
Wow.
Well, awesome.
G, look here. Why don't we go into some music right now? Why don't we do that?
Well,
and come back with Millie.
Well, I had something else in mind, Ray. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
I'm still talking to our guests here. So, but Millie, so tell us a little bit about your ventures working in radio with ABC when you were working at ABC. How was that experience for you at that time?
It's a great experience. I really, to this day, I regret that they shut down. That was the headquarters for ABC Radio, Dallas, that location. So they shut the doors down 2014, and then they relocated some of the workers to the California area. Everybody didn't get that opportunity, including me. Like I said, I got over into insurance, but that was one of the best jobs. I had to say that's the best job I ever had in the field. It was just, everybody was like a big family, and because it was so many formats under one roof, it was, we had pop, rock, Radio Disney was in there.
Right.
Yeah, and you had the gospel format. What's up, Willie Mae MacGyver? That's our sorrow, Joyce. She had a format called Rejoice, musical soul food. Was there? That's where it started there at ABC. Then you had the news talk. You had ESPN. You know, Paul Harvey was out of there. You had Tom Joyner was there at one time before he, launched his independent network. But Tom was in that building. Doug Banks, late great Doug Banks, rest in peace. Michael Baisden was in that building at one time.
Yeah.
So we saw some of everything. It was always big feast. We always had spreads, food. It was entertainment all the time. Erykah Badu came through, Miley Cyrus. You had everybody coming through there. T.I., Ice Cube, Jessica Simpson. It was always, celebrities coming through for interviews, and it was a really cool place.
That is cool. Yeah.
Really wasn't the satellite network, when that a part of ABC?
Yeah, that's how it originally started. It was satellite network. Yeah.
And which the satellite network also turned into XM.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Sirius XM now?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what happened.
I have Sirius XM in my car. I love them.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
That's another dream. I'd like to have a show on Sirius. I hope they're listening.
I know that's right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But that was cool to hear that experience, because that's what I always wondered what it was like, because things are different now. Back then, that type of radio, that was what was going on at the time, and and now that a lot of these those type of radio stations had kind of diminished a little bit. Everybody's doing their thing online, and it's a whole different deal because it's independent. Everybody's doing their thing.
Yeah.
So it's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not.
So
it's not the same. You could have a big career in radio back then, and I guess you still can now. It's all about how you market it. You can call your own shots now, I guess. It's pros and cons,
Right.
I see on both sides. I guess you got more freedom, nowadays with the podcast. You got freedom. You don't have anyone controlling you or restraining you in certain areas of what you can do. So that's a big plus.
Yes.
Well, basically it's the same thing here. We got control of what we do of it.
Exactly.
And that's the great thing. You don't need nobody sitting and tell you what to do, how to do, when to do.
Yeah.
But the downside is you got to get your own sponsors, and when you're on radio, you got that's taken care of for you. So.
Yeah. And and all of this is the same thing as comparison with the artists too. How the artists, whenever they used to go for the record labels, now they're independent now. Well, they have the same things they have to deal with now. You got
same thing.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like, it seems like when everything went digital and people started getting on online and doing their own thing, it just kind of basically took over as pretty much the independent market, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
And some people have developed millions of followers on YouTube by promoting a certain brand or a certain subject, what have you. Because, for example, Roland Martin used to work, I think it's MSNBC, and he went on his own cold turkey, and he's been doing the YouTube thing for many years now.
Right.
And now he has a large following. I think he has more respect. I'm sure everybody doesn't like him. That's impossible to have everybody love you. But he loves his platform, and like Max said, nobody's telling him you can't talk about this topic. But I think he this topic in a certain area, and you have followers. So I'm finding that you can be independent and do quite well, because Roland had some really prestigious people come to his show, from elected officials, including John West, as a matter of fact. So, so you can do it, but I think you have to take a risk and get out that comfort zone of getting a salary. And you have to, some people just pour all their savings into it and pour and pour and pour. And it is a risk, but
it's a big risk.
Big risk. But like Max said, nobody's telling you You can't do this, you can't do that. And I think you just decide, what is my platform? Some people have controversial platforms and they're okay with that.
Yeah.
And some don't want that, and that's, you know. But I have a question for you. We every show we try to ask the artists how are they dealing with the current pandemic situation.
Yeah.
It's probably not affecting you because you're podcast and you don't have to.
So far, well, thank you for asking me that. So far, it really hasn't affected me. In some ways, the COVID, it gives each of us the opportunity to be creative. That's what you got to learn, ways to be creative. And if you don't want to open up and what they say, think outside of the box, you might get kind of left behind.
Yeah.
Because this COVID thing is really showing us a whole new lifestyle, we got a whole new way of doing things. So it really hasn't affected me too much in the nonprofit, but it gives me more of a chance to do more in the industry since the COVID, because more people are tuning into the online shows, and now we got so many ways we can communicate, through Zoom. You got Microsoft Teams, you got all kind of ways that you can connect with people now. You don't have to be there physically. It kind of hurt some of the recording artists because we're not able to go to some of the venues,
right.
but you can kind of chime in and do shows online, and so
you got some that's doing shows and getting paid very well.
Getting paid handsomely, correct?
Yes, they are.
Correct. Yeah. So
and that's because of these wonderful, beautiful fans and supporters.
Yes.
Like Brian Culberson, this man is getting paid.
Well, he's always gotten paid.
Yeah.
He's one of the highest paid smooth jazz artists out there.
Right.
And I'm not mad at him. I applaud him. Remember, you guys, I tell you, like Kenny G, well, that's not jazz. I went, who cares? He's going to the bank. He's banking. He's doing something beautiful. So, the only thing I hate about him is that I didn't think of it. That's all.
Well, yeah, probably a lot of people feel that way, Joyce. Like, why I didn't think of that?
Right. I think it's beautiful. He targeted a market that loves that smooth, sweet soprano sound. What is wrong with that? Why are you angry with him?
Right.
That's my goal, to find something. Everybody wants a hook or something that, and you really don't care if everybody likes it, because that's impossible. I mean, I don't like every food. I don't like squash. I don't care how you cook it.
True.
It's still good food. My husband likes it. I've cooked food for him that I just don't like. It's just, I just don't like it all. And that's okay.
You don't like quiche?
You
don't like the pie?
It's just okay. It's not like me going to Aunt Irene's kitchen and getting that seafood box with lobster and snow crab legs seasoned. That's some good stuff, yo.
That looked good. Right? You hungry that day. I watched that.
Oh, I mentioned that. Y'all all started mumbling.
Yeah, making me hungry.
I am hungry.
I am too, Brian. I ain't gonna lie to you. I am hungry as a wild animal.
I know you are, but I tell you, I know you don't live in the Dallas area anymore, but that's worth the drive, Mac. In Dallas, it's worth the drive to pick up a box. And I will do that. I'll be over in Dallas next week sometime. Yeah, go to Aunt Irene's kitchen.
Whose kitchen?
Aunt Irene's.
Aunt Irene? Where's it located?
Like
Aunt
Irene. Where's she located at?
It's off of 45 in MLK area, near Fair Park.
Yeah, I can find that. Hey,
I'm definitely, when I'm in Dallas, I'm gonna check it out for sure.
Oh, it's like, and I love it because it reminds me of where I grew up in an area where there were a lot of black businesses. One was my uncle's barbershop, and then 2-3 doors down was my other uncle's barbecue pit. And I was like, okay, I remember this neighborhood. I remember those days. And I would go to my Uncle Eli's barbershop, and he would always give me candy. Here you go. Then I go down. But my other uncle didn't give me no free barbecue though. But that's all right.
Joyce, I guarantee you that those photos and that video had me salivating. So I know
Oh,
it looked good.
it was good. And I'm telling you guys, because I'm from South Louisiana, where we had that kind of cooking all the time, and it was the closest that I've ever seen. It's authentic because not only do you season when you boil or whatever, you have to season outside, and many restaurants don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Chris.
I know what you're
And
talking
they do
about.
that. Yeah. And when you park behind a restaurant and you're walking to the front and you smell that great seasoning, you know it's gonna be good. Not going to be. It's gonna be good.
Don't be good. I hear you.
Good.
It's so good, make you say, well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no doubt.
Wow,
Awesome.
Funny.
it's amazing.
Okay.
Well, you
Yes.
gonna cook? Anybody gonna cook tonight?
No, I got a gig.
Always.
Look here.
I'm hoping you feed me.
Look here. My neighbor the other day, well, matter of fact, no, Thursday, bought 2 pieces over here to me. Boy, I said, I don't know how in the hell I'm eat all these turkeys. But I think I don't ate one already. It's in the refrigerator. I just take them out of them slices out and pop them in the microwave and go for it.
What did
Yeah.
he bring you?
He brought 2 pieces.
2 pieces of what?
One had, I don't know. It was, all I knew was it was a piece of it, I don't forget what it was all on. I ate them. I forgot what was on.
Oh, pizza. Okay.
Pizza.
Oh, okay.
Pieces. 2
Pizza.
pieces of what?
You must think I was saying something else.
I did. I thought you was talking about something else.
The freezer that you can take 2 slices and put them. I'm like, pieces. What?
I didn't know what it was. I thought it was pieces of something.
Me
He
too.
said pizza.
Did I say pieces?
Pizzas. Enunciate a
That's
little
what I
bit
meant.
better, dude.
Okay. I get you now.
That was funny. Everybody's trying to be polite.
Oh,
The more, you know how sometimes you just wait on it. If you're waiting on a person to keep talking, you eventually get it.
Get it?
And look at
Not
everybody.
this time.
Just go for it.
I'm only human.
That's right.
We do
promise
make
you're not the
mistakes
only
in addiction.
No, I promise you, you're not the only one. I have even been in situations where people are trying to say, or they're saying SHIP, and they use it in a sentence, and it didn't come out just quite, the P didn't quite come out, and I'm just, okay, it didn't come out right.
Yeah.
Everybody do it. Everybody do it.
Everybody, I've done it. It's all good. But in my family, if you mess up a word, you just have to have tough skin because you're going to get laughed at.
Well, that's no doubt. That's no doubt. Yeah.
You got my
Everybody do it.
Henry
That's
just
something I
said,
can say.
Ray talking with his mouth full again. Napkin, please.
Oh, Henry.
And then he said, Smurf talk.
I don't know what I'm doing with him.
Henry got you on lock, Roy.
Boy, I already know it.
Smurf
And where's Lord V? Lord V's not in the house today.
No, I don't see Gil and Keith.
All right. It's those two, Henry and Keith Gilchrist, they really give him a hard time. You think real rough.
Yeah.
But it's all in fun, though, man. It's all in fun.
Because he knows how to dish it. That's why. What was it? Tony Red, he put her on blast. And then when we got on the air, she got him back.
And good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
It's all good.
Yeah.
But it's all good, though.
What's up? Who, when are your shows and who's going to be next on your show, your podcast?
Natalie James. That's
Okay.
the blues singer out of Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, she's they call her the Queen of Bill Street.
Oh,
And she's been performing for for some years. Yeah, but she's really good. She does a lot of cover tunes, but she writes her own songs and stuff. But she was in broadcasting before that, and she worked on WDIA and the stations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
With Bobby O.J.
Bobby O.J. That is correct.
Okay.
Yes,
Wow.
she did.
And you know he's still there.
Yes.
He's still the general manager.
Bobby's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just recently got married again. Congratulations, Bobby.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's
And where's he at? I'm sorry.
Memphis, Tennessee,
Memphis, Tennessee.
WDIA. Yeah.
Okay.
That is one of the oldest blues stations that's there. in
Wow.
That's
Memphis,
correct.
Tennessee. That's the oldest station.
It's the first African American
American.
format, all black format.
All black
From
on
Wow.
that.
WDIA, yes.
Mhm.
Nice.
And
When was
BB King,
that? Go ahead.
King was the BB King was a radio personality back then when all of that took place.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna ask, that he was the blues man, so
Yes.
wow.
Oh,
You know, Rufus Thomas was there when Rufus passed. A friend of mine from here,
Yeah.
named Steve, went there to take Rufus' place.
Okay.
And, well, we was getting ready to do some things, man. Next thing I know, this man done passed.
Yeah, Rufus
And
was great. I met him a few times because K97 was in the same building with WDIA, so
right.
I often saw Rufus. He's
Yeah.
always a joy.
hmm
Wow.
He used to come off in the neighborhood a lot where my in-laws stayed on Willette, right off of Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Go to this girl's beauty shop was right there in the neighborhood. He's always up in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Rufus. Yeah,
Always
so many great artists came out of Memphis that they just don't get the recognition they deserve. Like the Soul Children. Isaac Hayes lived there too.
Right.
wow.
Yeah.
He never left.
Yeah.
He never left. He just
Wow. Okay.
And Al Green is still there.
Al Green
and
is there.
what is the boys that got killed? One of them is still there. What is I can't think of it right now. It'll come to me and I'll tell you who it is.
While you're thinking about that, isn't there a club in Memphis named after BB King, right?
Yes.
Yes.
BB Kings.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called BB Kings. That's the name.
Yeah.
BB King.
It's
And
a
it's
place
on-
there.
It's on Bill Street. Bill Street.
Right on Bill Street
Yes.
too.
It's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
place there before last with a blues band. And I was amazed that I had never heard of the club. I said, "Oh, I'm at the BB King Jazz Club. I'm not blues club. This is jazz." And
What?
I thought that was nice. Hmm?
What was the band's name that got killed with sitting on the dock of the bay? What's his name?
Otis Reddings.
Otis
Yeah.
Redding. What was that group that was with him that got killed in that aircraft? One of the members is still there in Memphis. His name is Larry
The
Dodson.
Barcades.
The Barcades.
Uh-huh.
That was
Yeah.
the part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James Alexander, Larry Dodson, all of
Larry
them.
Dodson, yeah.
Barcades. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Really good friends. They're cool.
Yeah.
They're real-
You said the Barcades?
Yeah, the Barcades.
The Barcades.
Oh yeah, I remember that
Yeah,
group.
he got killed in the
I'm
aircraft
like,
with Otis Redding.
I'm like, I don't remember that. The
And
Barcades.
They got killed too. The Barcades.
No,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
one of their members got killed
Oh.
on that plane crash with
Okay.
Otis Redding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otis Redding.
Wow, I didn't know that though.
Gary, I was like you. How could I miss that?
Uh huh.
I'm a,
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
James
like Larry. Go ahead,
and
Mary.
Larry, they're the original members. They're still here. They're in Memphis, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, and James has a son, Jazzy Faye, in Atlanta. He's the one who produced Sierra and a lot of other big groups out of Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's James' son. Yeah, Jazzy Faye. Well, he goes by Jazzy Faye.
We got another young man that came out of Memphis, Eric Gale.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
I'm not
he
familiar
played guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was. Well, his mom and dad wouldn't let him go on the road till he finished high school. And when he finished high school, and he was able to go on the road. He young, real young, playing jazz guitar.
Is that right?
Oh, is he solo? He's a solo act?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Ask Angela about him. Angela probably know who he is. Eric Gale.
Eric Gale. Okay.
Mhm.
Are you going to sing and dance again? That's my question to you, Millie.
You know, I
Are you
still
gonna
dance.
dance?
I still dance, but I don't really consider myself a singer. I can get by though. I can carry a note, but I still dance and choreograph little things here and there. But I do want to do. I want to do a big production before it's all over. I want to work with Donald, the guy that I had on the show.
Yeah.
Last on my podcast show last week. I want to do something with him. We've been talking about trying to see how we can make it all come together, and then we want to present it to the youth. Yeah.
And how did you learn dancing? On the street and dance lessons? You know,
No lessons. It just came natural. I was around 3 years old. I have an older sister, and you have older siblings. We always had the music going around the house, and she was always dancing, and I picked up on it pretty easily. I was like 3 years old, and then by the time I was 7, my sister put me in a talent show, and I did a dance number to the Average White Band. They had a song called "Pick Up the Pieces."
Oh yeah.
remember.
Yeah, it's a really big song.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, and I really still love that song to this day. I didn't win first place, but I got a lot of recognition. It was like, that little girl can really dance. I heard so many people say that, and I just never let go of that. I loved it. Even now, it's just a sense of freedom when you dance. It's just a way to express your liberation, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. When my daughter was young and she was in dance classes, I was explaining, I said, back probably in the 50s, before all of our time, that they didn't have dance lessons. When you see, what are the twin brothers?
Yeah.
Their name escaped me. One passed away. I can't think of their. You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Nicholas Brothers.
Yeah.
Nicholas Brothers. They didn't have dance lessons. And what I loved about that time, all the dances in the Black community, they went home on that skill and their choreography. It was just pristine. It was beautiful.
Seamless. Yeah.
I can watch the Nicholas Brothers coming down that stairs, or when they do the split and he jumps over him.
Yeah.
I watch that and just think that's amazing. So when I even saw the moonwalk in a black and white film, somebody was doing it. I thought Michael Jackson invented it. So, but he didn't.
They picked it up from Nicholas Brothers.
Yeah. So the dance that you see now, it was originated and culminated way back in the
day.
And
Don't
we keep, go ahead.
Don't forget Cab Calloway. That was one of my favorites.
Howdy, old man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love how Janet Jackson got his brother in Cab before he passed away in one of her videos. But I thought
I remember that.
All right. When her singing All Right. Yeah. I love that video. I love that she featured him. I'm like, Janet, she's a class act. She really is. I love her heart.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that. So,
I want to say something about Stax Records down on Lamar.
Yes, in Memphis. Yeah.
In Memphis. A good friend of mine, Fred Nichols. He lives right in the Dallas area.
Oh, okay.
And him and his sister, they keeping that on the board. She's the president of Stax Records there. And then they keeping that museum open.
Oh, they have a museum there?
Yes, a museum
yes, it's
now.
the Stax Museum. It used to be a record label, Stax record label.
Okay.
And that's where a lot of those people we mentioned, a lot of the artists like the Soul Children and what's his name? Originally Isaac Hayes and some of them were on that label.
It was all on that label.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stax Records.
I remember
Stax
that record.
Records.
I remember that record too, because I remember when we had the albums back in the day and had the little yellow logo,
like two
stacks on
fingers sticking up.
Yeah.
Yep. Sure
Yeah.
did.
I wonder, did they do the same thing for Motown, the building? Is
The
it
same thing as the building's Motown record. The house is still there.
it's still there?
It's
Okay.
still
good.
there.
Still in Detroit.
Yeah.
Still in
Okay.
Detroit. A couple of years
Yeah.
ago, I was in Detroit, and with my cousin husband stayed about 4 or 5 blocks from Stack Records, so we went by there.
You mean Hitsville?
Hitsville.
Hitsville.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Hitsville.
Motown,
Yeah.
right. Okay, well,
Mhm.
that's great. And Gary, like you, I remember that label in the middle of the album, the Motown with the blue, baby blue.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
And that
Those days too. Yeah,
And
exactly.
Terrence was telling me that right next door to him, Jackie Wilson lived there, right next door to me,
Wow.
to his mom. Yeah.
Wow.
So, I said, that's wild too. But yeah.
That's why you see those lips?
But I just said that I have enjoyed doing a lot of things and meeting a lot of people
Yeah.
in this industry, and I done had a blast doing it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I know.
Now, one thing I want to ask Millie. So, on the book that you have, now is the book already released, or is it actually coming up to be released?
It was released June of 2012.
Okay.
It's been out on the market for some years now.
Yeah.
Available on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon Kindle.
Okay.
You can get it on Google, Barnes and Nobles, wherever books are sold online. It's there. So
Awesome. Now,
Yeah.
in the book, of course, for those you guys need to go get that book. But what I wanted to ask you in that book, do you have any stories in the book that comes to mind that might be something that you I want to say it most memorable moment during your career? Is there something in the book that you can think of that stands out?
it's so many, but I think would be what we just touched on a few minutes ago about the age of 7. My sister put me in that talent show, and it's like from that moment on, I knew that entertainment, somewhere in that arena, that's where I belong. I just, from that moment on, at the age of 7, and I just held on to it, and never looked back. Here I am. I kind of got, a little old as I got older. When I got into my I guess you said late 30s, going into my 40s, I did want to learn more. I want to become more business savvy, and so I believe I was 35, 34, maybe, when I went back and got my master's. So I got my master's degree in organizational management because I wanted to kind of just be on the up and up on how to handle business on a a professional scale of excellence.
Sure.
So I was like, I want to know more about the business and just be the entertainer. I want to, I want to be knowledgeable,
But Millie, you was working on your doctors too, wasn't it, at one time, wasn't it?
Yes, I was working on a doctorate, and the only thing that was pending was getting that approval, my dissertation. I didn't get a chance to get it approved because of some personal life experiences. I had a few setbacks in life, starting over now, so
We all have.
I'm just thankful to be here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If I heard adults say they never had any upsets or setbacks in their lives, I'm just going to say you're an alien,
It's good to have good friends like you guys in my corner, to know that, hey, it's okay. Just keep pressing forward, Appreciate that. Really do.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Joyce said, you've never had a setback. Yeah, because like you're not from this universe.
That's the truth.
If we don't know who you are.
I think, Gary, I'm sorry.
So, I'm sorry. What was that, Grizz?
No, I said you were gonna say something when I started. I interrupted you, so I was apologizing.
Oh, no problem. No problem. It's probably just a delay, of course.
So that was Mac's chair.
Oh Lord.
Oh man, y'all are too much. Y'all are too much.
Oh Lord, me and my chair.
Yeah. Ray keeps saying we tell Ray about his chair every week. He said, "I can't do nothing about it. I can't do nothing about it."
Don't move.
That chair cost me $300. I don't know why it's squeaking. I can't do nothing about it.
I told him to get his money back. I told him to get his money back because we're live on air and I don't know if he's masking it because he may be just trying to mask. Oh, that's the chair. Yeah, right.
Too much. Poor Ray. They give you a hard time, huh?
Spray you.
Joyce got the spray out.
Joyce. Remember that one time that he was so loud, we both went, "Woo, okay."
Oh my God. So every time you do a loud one, I'm going to take his cane.
Oh.
You see that in the middle?
How funny.
Yeah, they got you in the hot seat. You in the hot seat.
Not only the hot seat, but the squeaky seat.
I've been trying to be still the whole time, since we're on the air. I've been trying to be still and shit don't work.
No, because you squirm too much. And it's like, if you're going to do that, mute yourself so we don't hear it.
Oh, gosh.
And then the other thing he does, he'll sit there and mess with his camera, and you can either.
I'm trying to get it right, so instead of just.
Yeah, but mute yourself if you do that. But mute it because you can hear.
No, it was the time when he got out of his chair and he forgot.
The crack.
Oh yeah. Every now and then Ray like to show and tell.
That was burned into our corneas forever.
Oh.
That's all right.
Can I do something, guys? Can I give away a T-shirt on the show?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Me. My hand was up first. No, I'm kidding.
As you can see, we got a stack of the brand new Millhouse Entertainment T-shirts.
Yeah,
So
let me get you on the big screen. Okay,
Huh?
let me put you on the big screen.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Watch your screen. Okay.
Pull it back just a little bit.
There you go.
Go.
There.
Come on back some.
Perfect.
Go back a little bit more so they can see the whole thing.
That was good.
MillhouseEntertainment.com. All right. So how are we going to give away a free T-shirt, Gary? How do you propose we do that?
Well, we can do that. Let's see. How about?
How do you want to give it away? Maybe ask a question.
Yeah.
If anybody were listening to you, they would get that answer. Like, you know how they do that.
Yeah, Joyce. I was gonna let you guys take it away, but yeah.
Oh, well, let's see. What question?
If they've been listening to the show, they should have.
What town in the chat line? If you remember, she said she grew up in a certain town in Arkansas. If you remember the name of that city, the first one who puts it in the chat wins the T-shirt.
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah.
That sounds great, Joyce.
That sounds like a good deal.
That's awesome. You took care of that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right.
That's my song.
Got you.
A delay for them to answer because there is lag time, big time. So
Yeah.
And,
It's about what, 5 seconds?
and put it back out there for them again so they can get that question again.
If you've been listening to the show since the beginning, Millie gave us the town that she grew up in. And she gave the name. So if you give that name and your first one that to put it in the chat room, the answer of this question, then you get you get the T. So okay, Henry Mixon, got it.
All right, Henry.
Congratulations. Ask Henry what size does he wear?
What size, Henry? Put it in
Get
the
it
chat.
in the chat. We'll read it. We'll get it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yes.
that's awesome. Henry was listening.
Mixon, he's the
You
winner.
get
And
my
the
ass.
winner.
Mhm.
Yeah. Congratulations, Henry. So you don't want to ask the obvious, like, what's the name of your business? This is right behind you.
Yeah, no, we couldn't do that. Millhouse Entertainment. No, that was a good question. I like how you did that, Joyce. Seriously, that was good.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I may have to go back into some form of broadcasting.
I
But
see. You're good. You're real good.
I know who to call.
Extra large. Extra large.
Extra large. Extra large.
Extra large. Okay. Cool beans. I got one right here too.
Now, he can inbox his information to you, right? So
Yes. Or can he inbox it to you guys and then y'all send it to me?
Yeah, Henry just sent me the information, then I'll give it to her.
Okay, great.
great. Okay.
Awesome.
You just worked that out. I thought that was a cool thing to do.
Mhm.
Thank
That was
Thank
perfect.
you.
Great.
Yeah, I like to give little gifts, you know?
Yeah. Well, how much are your T-shirts, by the way? I'm sure you're selling them as well, right?
These are just promotional. These are mostly promotional.
Oh, come on, girl, sell your merch.
Well,
Oh, when you decide, let us know, okay?
okay, I will. Okay.
You know, it's just, I mean, I know you're a nonprofit, but you know, you have to raise money for those scholarships, don't you?
We do.
See?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just budget. I have some money in the budget, and then we just use it for that.
Yeah, but you could sell T-shirts to help fund your scholarship.
Yeah.
And if you get an over an abundance, then you can give 2 scholarships. It can really, blow up. I love what you're doing too, because the arts, they need scholarships, because it's always for, engineering and, all the other academic type subjects are majors, I should say. So I love to see that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And Henry said, thank you, Millie.
He said what?
Thank you, Millie.
Oh, you're very welcome, Henry. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening while we chat on the GHP show.
Hey, you know what? How long have you been doing this, Gary? 10, 12 years?
Well, actually, it's been a little more than that. Yeah, it's been about 13.
Well, this be 18 years in November.
Yeah, if you count the beginnings and all the trials and tribulations.
Okay. So, and I've seen when I came back to music 10 years ago, he had a social network deal that I created a profile. He had 24/7 radio, and then I started listening to his shows. But long story short, and went through a challenging situation where he shut down. I had to shut down for a little bit, but came back with this platform, and I absolutely love it. Sometimes what appears to be a devastating circumstance forces you into doing something even better. It doesn't look that way at the time, because Gary, you were quite comfortable.
Yeah.
Before. Had no reason to change. I had no reason to go to YouTube. And we started on YouTube. Gris and I used to love it, because we didn't comb my hair. We were home all day.
And my PJs. I was in my PJs.
Right.
In all kind of ways. And we didn't care how Mac and Gary saw us, because that was family. We didn't care. And but what happened when Gary just started adding layers and layers and layers, and when he told us, I'm gonna go live visually, he's gonna go visual, Grissom like, well, you better let us know so we can comb my hair. So makeup on. And then you didn't see it today. He has little animation things come across that are hysterical. And you even had live videos when you went to feature an artist, have a live video instead of, music, live videos. He just kept improving on it. And that's why I tell people that Gary Fuston is really the brain behind this platform. I just show up and talk, y'all. That's not hard.
Show ain't hard.
It's not hard.
It's not hard. If you can get a word in edgewise.
It's amazing. When we were behind the scenes, Mac talked the whole time. The show opened up, he talked the whole time, but he still can't get a word in edgewise.
Well, me and Neil, we go back pretty good ways in these endeavors. We talk all the time. When she told me she's gonna do a podcast, I said, "Girl, get after it. Do it."
He did. He did tell me that.
Oh, great.
Yep. And so
I'm trying to get a pat on your back, Mac, but I can't get
So
Sending the love. There you go.
I know. There you go.
Thank you.
Is it any way we can I don't know if you have your screen set up where we could show the YouTube video?
Yeah, I think so. I think I could be able to do that. I hadn't did one since we.
That's true.
Yeah, since I brought up you remember we had an issue some time back where I had to get a whole new computer and everything, and so of course I hadn't really went in and set up, but I think I still have the option to do that. What video do you have? Where is it at?
Well, I sent it to Griselda earlier.
Oh, you did?
It's like I may have sent it to you as well.
Okay.
It's just like a little overview of my career. You kind of get to see.
Oh, okay. And you said you sent it to my email as well? You said?
Let's see here.
What? Let me not lie, right?
I sent it to your Facebook. That's what it was.
Oh, okay. I think I have it open up.
Your I did a DM to your Facebook page, but I can also send it text. You want me to text it to you?
No, I see. I actually see it here on the Facebook.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm gonna put it in our Skype chat.
Yeah. But I love this technology. While he's doing that, I love the technology that he's brought, to the show.
Mm-hmm.
I think that all we can do is keep sharing and helping him promote and get it out there.
Yeah. That's what we have to keep doing.
I think my cousin is watching. Hello, Greg. I forget to check Facebook because we have it on Facebook as well.
Okay.
And Gary, Robert Lee said hello, Gary and the cast. Hello, Robert.
Oh, hey, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Robert.
Oh, Jack Fuston. That's your family, Jack Fuston, Gary?
Oh, yeah, that's my cousin.
Okay, so you got a cousin in the house too. All right now.
What's up, Maurice?
And Terry Tuck. I call them Ice TTs when the band's bass players around.
Brother T.
T.
Awesome.
And his wife. Y'all help me with her name.
NKJ.
NJ.
NJ. Okay, she's awesome. Her voice is beautiful. I asked my husband, "You sure you don't want to take piano lessons?" I love the couple thing.
Well, it's gonna take me too long to even try to get this over here. So let's just put the link in the chat box so people can get it, so they can get it and look at it on there.
Okay.
Whenever
all right.
that, you know that.
And maybe in the future we can, because you highlight artists who were here prior.
Yeah.
That for another show.
I will. Yeah.
Yeah. But I try to work that software that he has. I was like, okay, like the old folks used to say, it's more than a notion. I need to come back to it. And then you realize why Gary has 2 computers doing this. You understand now.
Right.
Because he went through some crunch times trying to, because also Facebook, because all of our music has the metadata and everything, they will silence the music. And I don't know, you don't have any trouble with YouTube anymore. You did at one time, right?
Yeah,
Gary?
not on YouTube. It's just Facebook is the only one that's been doing that. They'll say after the Facebook Live goes off, and then probably within an hour's time, I'll get a message from Facebook saying we partially muted some of your content because of copyright infringements or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's usually the music, But what it is, they have these little what they call bots. I don't know what they call them that detect. They detect that stuff automatically. So it's not really a human. It's computerized. And so it's kind of we can't really control it really.
There you go.
Okay, and also put it. Grissa, you're gonna put it in the chat on YouTube. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at Facebook.
Well, as we are wrapping things up, Millie, why don't you let our listeners and watchers, viewers, know how to follow you and all the different platforms that you have out there. So just plug it all. Plug it all.
Okay. Thank you, Gary. Thank you all so much for having me today. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, Milli Mills. That's without the E. Milli, MILLI, 41. That's my Twitter handle. Instagram, Milli Mills 47. Facebook, Milli Mills Diva. Let me see what else. Oh yeah, you can go to our site. Our website is millhouseentertainment.com. On Facebook, you can look us up. Just type in Millhouse Entertainment. Or you can go to my personal page, Mildred Gilliam. Either one, I'm on LinkedIn. We're also the original Milli Mills on LinkedIn. Millhouse Entertainment on LinkedIn. We get around.
You're on another one. What is that? Starts with A. What's the name of it?
Alignable. Yeah.
Yeah, Alignable.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
I gotta catch up on a lot of those because I've been getting a lot of requests from Alignable and there's another one too that's in between that and LinkedIn. I can't remember it either, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. We have YouTube channel too. I almost forgot. Milli Mills YouTube, Millhouse Entertainment on YouTube as well.
Okay.
So subscribe and like our pages.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys. You can my book on the air with Milli Mills, The Triumphs of a Radio Diva. You can get it online in most bookstores, wherever on online outlets like Barnes and Nobles, Amazon, Book Hub, Google.
Okay. And where for your podcast show, I'm sure all your podcasts are archived, so where can they catch up on that too?
Yes, that's good too, Gary. You can catch us on YouTube, the Podcast Center. Just subscribe to the Podcast Center on YouTube. That's where the episodes are housed there. Okay. Or you can go back to Facebook and go to the Podcast Center. I can put that link in the chat room if I need to.
Okay. Yeah. Do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can find it. The Podcast Center on YouTube. Is that what you would search?
Yeah, the Podcast Center on YouTube, and then let me put the link in where you can find it on Facebook real fast.
I found yours on YouTube. I already subbed.
Oh, you did? Yay! Oh, good. Of
course. Support.
How in the hell you can work all them pages?
She's just all that good.
it gives me something to do, Ray. It keeps me busy, you know.
I can't talk about you. I really can't.
Because you're on a lot of them too, right? Yeah, I figured.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of work. That's how us indies work, right?
Yeah.
We gotta
Exactly.
we gotta keep it going. Okay. Well, again, Millie, we surely appreciate you coming and hanging out with us today. It's such a pleasure.
Yes.
Had so much fun talking with you, and of course, you always welcome to come back anytime. You're part of the family, and so definitely keep us posted on what's happening with you, and we look forward to your to all your podcast shows.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me. Joyce, Griselda, Ray, Gary, you guys keep rocking the industry, man. Just to the left, to the right.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing. I mean, I want to give a shout out to my daughter, Ramil. She just got LASIK surgery yesterday, so she wasn't able to. She's just kind of taking it easy, even though she said it was a simple, very easy procedure. But, also, Sasha and Reggie, Blacklight. Yeah, her eyes are probably.
Her eyes is burning.
Thank you so much, Facebook family. My cousin Tina and Yolanda, they are always supportive of me. Liabra, Gloria, it's just Robert, just everybody. Just thank you all so much for tuning in, and thanks again, GHP Productions.
All right.
Guys.
All right. Thank you.
Don't forget to check us out on Bring It in the House next Saturday at 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yes. Definitely check it out, and again, we really do thank you again, Millie. We appreciate it. We have fun with you, and for those who have that may have tuned in late or didn't have the opportunity to check out the show today, we will be posting the archive of the show today later on, probably within the next hour or so. So be looking out for that. We'll get that on everybody's pages so that way you can share. And everybody just have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. When we close out with Grizz here in just a moment, will inform us of what's happening for the next show. So I'll let Ray and Joyce take us out. What do you got?
Hey, my friend. It was a pleasure having you on the show, and it's good seeing you.
Thank you. So good to see you, Ray, and everybody. Well, I can tell you don't age. It's so good to see all of you. Everybody is so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, congratulations to Henry again for winning the Millhouse t-shirt. Thank you.
Yeah, Henry.
To you, Henry, so you can get your t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thanks everybody for showing up for the show today. I would like to encourage you, if you enjoyed what you heard today, go right under the YouTube video and click like for us, will you? I appreciate that. And also invite your friends next week, share it. You can also grab and share it from Gary Fuston's timeline. It's always on his timeline on Facebook. You can share it, and you could even create your own live show. So help us promote, get some more people in there. You heard some very good information today. And you heard how I explained how much work Gary has put into creating this platform. Won't you help us share and bring some more people in next week? I'll see you next week. Love you.
Love you guys.
All right, hold on.
See you later, bye.
Wait. Don't hang up until we go out there.
Okay, I'm hanging on.
Okay.
Thanks for being here, Millie. Again, thank you for sharing all of your information, just for sharing you to us, and to our audience. Thank you. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. So glad for those that were able to come into the chat room. Thank you. And for those that just barely got here and missed the whole show, like Gary said, there'll be an archive in about a couple of hours. So just, be on the lookout for that. Next week, can't wait. Next week, we have Nick Coleon.
Hey.
Back. Yes.
All right. Mr.
Nick Coleon and...
Send in on
Sip it.
Stop it.
It's Mike's turn. my turn. Like I said, before I was so rudely interrupted by our office Smurf over there. Nick Coleone's coming back. Yay!
Yeah.
And we also have Willie Bradley.
Okay.
So, 2 for 1 at the show next week.
All right.
So guys, better be here.
Hey.
Invite a friend. 3, 4, 5. Have a watch party.
Yeah.
Okay, you can plug it into your TV as well and have it a bigger so people can see it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a great show because these two guys are amazing and they know, and they're good friends as well. So it's going to be fun.
It's gonna be a good show. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Hey,
So please join us next week to see these two gentlemen, these two amazing artists, and have a great weekend. Be safe out there. Stay hydrated because it is hot.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
And wear your
Okay.
mask.
If you're going to be outside, yes, like I said, stay safe. Be safe out there. Please be safe out there.
Please, please.
oh,
All right,
you guys.
everybody. We'll see y'all next
Ciao.
week. Y'all have a great one.
See you later. Bye.
Bye. Y'all be safe. We love you.
Right.
Each day is better than the one before. Whatever you're doing, do it some more. Put a smile on my face when I hit the door. Make a girl feel real good, so very special. So many things you do for me unselfishly. If you could give me the moon and stars, they'd be mine. You proved your love for me in so many ways. I don't have the words to say how much you mean.